Good day, family. It's your guy, Inspired Seeker, coming to you with a quick, urgent message. If you consider yourself chosen and you fall into these 8 categories that I'm about to go over, please pay attention and take this message serious. All right. This message came in with a sense of urgency. So I don't know who needs to hear it, but this is definitely for the chosen ones. And the message is, chosen one, drop the dead weight. God wants to elevate you. As I said, this message came in screaming just like that, very aggressive and with a sense of urgency. Okay, so if you resonate with it, guys, by all means, begin taking steps to do what it is that you need to do to get yourself in the position to receive your blessings. So let's get into it. If you consider yourself a chosen one and you're on a spiritual journey and you find yourself in a position where you feel stagnant, you feel stuck, you feel like you cannot move forward, you feel like you're not making progress, you feel like you're running around in circles, like you're chasing your tail like a dog does sometimes, then please take this message very seriously, okay? Because this could be for you, all right? You may have been fasting, you may have been scripting, you may have been journaling, you may have been visualizing, you may have been praying, meditating, doing all of the groundwork to break you out of this stuck position. But for one reason or another, you always find yourself right back in that same position. You feel like you're not moving forward. You feel like you can't move forward. If you consider yourself chosen and you find yourself in this position, then please, man, as I said earlier, pay attention to this message and begin taking steps to free yourself or put yourself in a position to receive your blessings. All right, because God wants you to drop the dead weight. So please pay attention and use this information to your advantage, okay? Because God wants to elevate you, but you may be stuck in some bad energy. You may be stuck still with some old energy, and God is trying to get you to drop that so he can put you where you deserve to be, so he could put you where you belong, essentially. Okay, the first category, all right, you may be stuck in a dead-end job or a career that has become boring. Okay, if you find yourself stuck in a dead-end job or a career that has become boring and you feel like it's draining your energy, it's draining the life out of you, essentially, guys, then I'm talking to you. Okay, if you consider yourself chosen and you trying to move out of this position, I'm talking to you. All right, God wants you to drop that dead weight because he has something better for you. God wants you to drop this dead weight so he can elevate you. Okay, God wants you to drop this old energy, this old, dense, stale energy, so he can put you in a much newer energy, in a much better, lighter, more cleaner energy. So if you find yourself stuck in a dead-end job, that you feel like it's draining the life out of you, you've become robotic. You just go because you feel like you're obligated to go. So you just go and come like a robot. You're not really mindful. You're not really present. You're just going and coming, guys. And you feel like this job is draining the soul out of you. Or you've become boring in your career all of a sudden, guys. Then I'm talking to you. Okay, I'm talking to you. God wants you to drop that dense energy. God wants you to drop that dead weight so he can elevate you. Because one thing for sure is that you cannot elevate, you cannot go to new heights when you are stuck in old energy, when you are stuck with dead weight. Okay, if you're trying to fly, imagine a bird that's trying to fly but has some kind of weight attached to them, their wings or their legs. Okay, there's only so far they can go. So this is essentially what God is telling you. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, that's not serving you. That job, that career has become so boring. It's no longer serving you. You've become robotic. You're just going and coming. You find yourself stuck in it. It could be a corporate job. It could be a regular job. It could be a career. Whatever it is, guys, it has become boring. You're boring out of your mind. You can't stand the people you work with. You're surrounded by narcissists and toxic people, gossip everywhere. You're working in a toxic environment. You don't feel safe when you go there. You don't even feel right. You feel like your energy is being drained when you go there. Guys, I'm talking to you. All right. God wants you to drop that dead weight so he can elevate you to something much better, something much greater. All right. So if you find yourself in this position, guys, begin taking steps. Go inward and reconnect with yourself. Okay. Because the answer is within. All right. God is trying to elevate you, but he cannot do that while you're still stuck in this old energy. Number 2, guys, is a draining business. Okay. You must have started a business a while back and you thought it was a great idea and you jumped in there and got it started. You might have made some money in the beginning, and then all of a sudden the business started to tank. The business is starting to take over your entire life. You feel like your entire life is going to the business. You're working from morning to night, but yet you're not seeing no profits. You're putting all the money you make, you're putting it right back into the business. You're paying the bills, you're paying this, you're paying that. And essentially it's like the business is really not getting you anywhere. It's become stagnant, and then now it's becoming a burden on you. God is telling you to let that business go. Okay? God is telling you to let that business go because he has something better for you. He's trying to elevate you to new heights. Another thing is you might have started the business out of your ego. Okay? You saw some friends going in that direction and you thought it was a great idea, so you followed along and you did it out of your ego. Or whatever your reasons might have been. You wanted to make some extra cash, whatever it might have been. All right. The bottom line is this business now has become a burden. Okay. This business now has become a burden on your life. This business is draining you. It's taking up all your time, all your energy, all your attention. It's not making you the financial freedom that you thought it would. Whatever money you make, you're pouring it right back into the business, and you feel like you don't even have time for yourself. You don't even have time for your family and those types of things, guys. God is telling you to let that business go, man. If you find yourself in such a position, guys, God is telling you enough is enough. Let that business go because he's trying to elevate you. Okay. Number 3 is toxic and abusive relationships. Okay. If you find yourself with a toxic or abusive partner, guys, I'm talking to you. Okay. God said, drop the dead weight. Okay. Some of us are afraid to be alone. Okay. Some of us stay in toxic relationships, abusive relationships out of fear of being alone, out of fear of having to be independent, out of fear of having the responsibility to care for our own needs. If you are that type of person, I'm talking to you. God said, drop the dead weight. Okay. It's not worth it. Your partner may be cheating on you. Your partner may be abusive. Every day you're going through some kind of domestic situation. Your partner is abusing substances and taking your frustration out on you. You can't have peace in your household. There's always yelling and screaming, drama and chaos. That's the work of the enemy, guys. If this is you, guys, I'm talking to you. It's okay to be by yourself. Okay? It's okay to be by yourself because it's temporary. All right? As you do the work that's necessary, God will put you in a position where you should be. All right? So don't stay in a toxic, abusive relationship just because you're afraid of being alone, just because you're afraid of having to pay the bills by yourself or having to go out and make your own money or whatever the case may be. Okay, one thing narcissists will do is that If they know that you're dependent on them financially, they will use that to control you. Okay? Because they know you're not going to go out there and earn your own money. So they have to take care of you, essentially. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to use that to control you. But rest assured, guys, if you find yourself in a toxic relationship, every day there's drama, your partner is running around with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Today they're with that one. Tomorrow is Susie. The next day is this one. And then it's that one. And then all this drama, constant drama. You can't even have peace of mind. You can't even spend quality time with them. You can't even have family time and all of that because they're so-called busy running here, running there, doing this and doing that, only to find out they was with Susie and Harry. If you find yourself in this type of toxic relationship, abusive relationship, physical abuse, domestic abuse, mental health abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, all of these types of abuses, guys. If you find yourself in this position, guys, then God is telling you to drop that dead weight, okay? Because he's trying to elevate you, okay? He wants to elevate you, but he needs you to drop that dead weight. He needs you to let it go. Stop holding on. Don't be afraid to lose it. If it's meant to be, and if it belongs to you, it will never go anywhere, okay? Don't be afraid to let go. So if you find yourself in this situation and I'm talking to you guys, I don't know where this energy is coming from, but since morning, guys, I've been going. Like my head is itching me. So much energy just coursing through me. So I have to get this out. If you find yourself in this situation, then please, I'm talking to you. Begin taking steps to free yourself. Begin taking steps to put yourself in a position to receive your blessings, because God is trying to elevate you. But in order for him to do that, he will need you to let go. Okay? He will need you to drop that dead weight. Number 4, if you live in a crappy house or apartment or neighborhood, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the physical appearance or the physicality of the location, okay? I'm talking about substance-wise, okay? How is it? Do you live in a house that don't make you feel at home? A house that don't make you feel good about yourself? A house that you feel like is sucking the life out of you? You paying a damn mortgage, and yet every day there's something going wrong in that house? Every day you have to pay a contractor to fix something? This is the type of crappy house I'm talking about, guys. Okay, not just the physical appearance of the house. What is the house doing to you? Is the house draining you? Do you feel alive when you go inside that house? Do you feel at peace? Do you feel at home? Do you feel alive when you go inside that house? This is the type of house I'm talking about. If it's an everyday thing, constant thing, this goes out, you fix it. That goes out, you fix it. This breaks, you fix it. That breaks, you fix it. Guys, this house now is becoming a burden. Okay? This house now is becoming a burden. And you thinking, okay, I've put so much money into it. I pay so much mortgage. I don't want to do this or do that or do that. Guys, maybe it's time to move. It's time to find another house. It's time to refinance to buy the next house, guys. It's time to do something to get rid of this burden. It's time to do something to get rid of this energy drainer. An apartment, guys. You may be living in an apartment complex that's infested with drugs. An apartment complex that's infested with bugs. An apartment complex that's infested with criminal activity. And you've been thinking about moving, or worse, the landlord keep raising your rent. But every time there's something breaking in the apartment, they don't want to repair it for you. You call them, they come, they act like they repaired it, and the next week it's broke again. And you always got to constantly keep calling them. And half of the time they don't even show up and all of that. But yet they keep raising your rent. Guys, It's time to let go. Okay, if you've been considering leaving such a place behind, guys, it's time to do it. Okay, God is telling you to drop that dead weight. Okay, whatever is the stressor in your life is causing you all of this stress, is causing you all of this headache, guys. God is telling you to drop it. Okay, because he wants to elevate you to a better position. He wants to elevate you to new heights. Okay, the same goes for the neighborhood. All right, if you live in a neighborhood that's infested with criminal activity, a neighborhood that's infested with drugs, a neighborhood that's infected with violence and all of that, guys, God is telling you, okay, you've been considering getting out of there. If you've been considering moving out, God is telling you to do it. Okay, God is telling you to drop that dead weight. Okay, God is telling you to make that move. Okay, because he's ready to elevate you. He's ready to put you exactly where you belong. He's ready to put you where you need to be. Okay, it could be a toxic neighborhood. It could be a toxic apartment complex. Whatever it is, guys, you can't stand your neighbors. Your neighbors are always gossiping about you. This one and that one always gossiping. This one has a problem with that one. They're always fighting. This one is always doing this and that with this one. Guys, if you find yourself in such a position and you've been considering getting out of there, you've been considering moving, then God is telling you to do it. Okay, God is telling you begin taking the steps because he's ready. He's prepared to elevate you. He's prepared to get you out of there. He's prepared to put you where you deserve to be. He's prepared to put you exactly where you belong. At number 5 is toxic or dysfunctional family. Okay, lately I've been receiving a lot of messages about the black sheep of the family scapegoat. Guys, listen. If you grew up in a toxic or dysfunctional family, and as an adult now, you're still stuck with that family and you feel like you need to go, you've been on your awakening journey for a while and you feel like it's time for you to let them go and move on with your life, then I'm talking to you. God said, drop the dead weight. He's ready to elevate you. Okay? God said, let them go. He's ready to elevate you. You always feeling left out. Family don't include you. Family is abusing you. They're toxic. They gossip about you behind your back. They do all of these crummy shit to you behind your back. But then they come and smile in your face. They gossip about you. They talk about how bad of a person you are. And then when they see you, they want to smile in your face and this, that, and the other. Guys, if you're experiencing any type of toxicity within your family, if you find yourself in a dysfunctional family and you've been praying and wishing to get out of there, you've been fasting on it. You've been praying. You've been meditating on it. You've been begging God to get you out of there. Then I'm talking to you. It's time for you to begin taking the steps that you need to take because God is ready to elevate you. Okay? God is ready to elevate you. But before he could do that, he's going to need you to drop the dead weight. You cannot go with the dead weight. All right? And I said this earlier. One of the things that hold a lot of us back is being afraid to be alone or being afraid to be by ourselves. Guys, if you're by yourself or if you're alone and you're living in your truth, you walking in your truth, you are a lot more powerful than you can ever imagine. So if you find yourself in this position, if you find yourself in this position, stuck in a toxic, dysfunctional family, guys, it's time to drop the dead weight. God wants to elevate you. Please let them go. Okay? Let them go. Move on with your life. Let them go. God wants to elevate you, and you can't take everybody with you. At number 6 is toxic friend circle. Okay? That ties into toxic and dysfunctional family. If you find yourself in a toxic friend circle, guys, it's time to begin taking the steps to get out of there. Today, y'all all hanging out together. Tomorrow, there's secret conversations about you. The next day, it's all of these whispers going on. They're doing all of this crummy stuff behind your back. And then see you and smile in your face. They're having all of these secret meetings behind you, but about you. Huh? If you find yourself in a toxic friend circle, please, guys, begin taking steps to get out of there. Don't be afraid to be alone, because God will not let you be alone. Trust me when I tell you. He's just waiting for you to drop this dead weight so he could put the right people in your life. So he could put the right friends in your life. Those friends that are going to elevate you. Those friends that are going to help push you to new heights. Okay? You may be stuck with a friend circle that someone always has a problem. Constantly. You help them out. You help them through it. Tomorrow they have another problem. You help them through that one. The next day they have another problem. If your friend circle don't make you feel like family, if they don't make you feel at home, you feel like you have to watch your back, you feel paranoid when you're with your friends, guys, you're in the wrong circle, guys. If your friend circle is not pushing you to do better, if your friend circle is not telling you to drop your negative habits, if your friend circle is not telling you about your negative behaviors, you are in the wrong family, guys. You are in the wrong friend circle. Okay? It's time to drop them. Don't worry about being alone, guys. You was born alone, you will die alone. Okay? So don't worry about being alone. All right? It's time to begin taking steps to get out of there. All right? Begin taking steps to get out of there, because God wants to elevate you. But in order for him to do that, you're going to have to let them go. Okay? You're going to have to let those toxic friends go. Because God wants to put new people into your life. God wants to put the people who are going to push you to do better. The people who are going to help elevate you to newer heights. That's who God wants to put in your life. But in order for him to do that, you're going to have to let go of this friend circle, guys. This toxic friend circle has to go, guys. Okay? Number 7 is bad habits and self-destructive behaviors. Guys, I'm not here to judge nobody. We all have our vices. Okay? I'm not holier than thou, and I'm no better than you. I'm just like you. Okay? So I have my flaws just like you have your flaws. Okay? But God is telling you to drop these bad habits and self-destructive behaviors. Okay? What are some of these things? Codependency, okay? Victim mentality. All of these things that are not helping you become a better version of yourself. That are not helping empower you. Okay? You may have some bad habits. You always gossip about somebody. You always got to waste the time talking about somebody else's life when you could be talking about your own life. Right? You're not going to talk about your own life. Because it will force you to look at yourself in the mirror, right? It will force you to be responsible, right? To take responsibility for that, right? So you're not going to talk about your own life, but you're quick to go talk about somebody else's life, right? Guys, if you have some of these bad habits and self-destructive behaviors, it could be anything, guys. It could be an addiction. It could be a lot of things. Overeating, not working out. It could be anything, guys. You know what your self-destructive behaviors are. You know what your bad habits are. You don't need me to tell you what they are. But God is telling you to let those habits go. Okay? Begin replacing them with better habits. That's what God is telling you to do. Okay? Self-destructive behaviors, same way, guys. God is telling you to let them go because he's trying to elevate you. All right? But he can't do it until you let those bad habits go, until you let those self-destructive behaviors go. You know who you are, and you know what your bad habits are, and you know what your self-destructive behaviors are. All right? Whatever you're doing that's not helping you, stop it. Period. Okay? Whatever you're doing that's not putting you in the position to win, whatever you're doing that's not helping you become a better version of yourself. Whatever you're doing that's not helping you become a better person, stop it. Those are considered bad habits and self-destructive behaviors. things that you're doing that keep setting you back. Things that you're doing that keep pushing you backwards instead of moving you forward. Those are considered bad habits. Those are considered self-destructive behaviors, guys. Okay? You don't need me to tell you, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm just a messenger here to deliver a message, guys. God said, drop that dead weight. He's ready to elevate you. God said, drop that dead weight. He wants to bless you. He wants to elevate you, but he cannot do it until you let go that dead weight, until you let go that dead energy. And the final one is number 8, hoarding. Okay? Hoarding. Guys, if you find yourself being a collector of things, and I'm not talking about a collector of valuable things, okay? If you just find yourself collecting things in your house, hoarding things in your house, guys, there is a spirit of hoarding, okay? Number 1, it's not a healthy habit, and number 2, the spirit of hoarding may be attached to you, okay? So everything that you see, you have to carry it in your home. As we know, everything is energy, and whatever you carry in your home may have some negative entities, some negative energy attached to it that you have no idea what it is that you're carrying in your home. Okay, so if you find yourself just piling on things after things after things after things, you have a whole attic full of stuff. You have a whole garage full of stuff. You have a whole extra bedroom full of stuff. You have a whole living room full of stuff. You have a whole extra set of stuff that you don't use. I know some people that they just have to buy it. Okay? As soon as they see something, they just have to buy it. Even they have the same item. They may have the same item, but the fact that they see it, guys, they have to buy it. Okay? If you find yourself in this type of situation, guys, where you find yourself hoarding stuff, you feel like you're buying stuff for the sake of buying it, you hoarding. God is saying time to let it go, guys. Drop the dead weight. The spirit of hoarding may be attached to you, guys. The spirit of hoarding may be the one pushing you to do these things. All right? It's time to let it go. Declutter your space. Donate this stuff. Get rid of it. Throw away what's no good. What's good that you can't use anymore, donate them, guys. It's time to do some cleaning. It's time to do some deep spring cleaning. Okay? Go through your stuff and get rid of whatever it is that you're no longer using, guys. Whatever you don't need, that you're holding on to for a rainy day. You bought it to do something with it and you never did it. Guys, it's time to let somebody else have it. Some of us have 3 of the same things, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the same items in our homes right now. Okay? As I said, you may have a whole attic full of stuff. You may have a whole garage full of stuff. A whole extra bedroom full of stuff. A whole living room full of stuff. And even the place where you live, you don't even have space to be comfortable there because you have stuff everywhere. The spirit of hoarding may be working in your life, guys. The spirit of hoarding may be working in your life. Okay, so if you find yourself in this type of position, in this situation here, guys, begin taking steps to do some spring cleaning. Begin getting all of that stuff out of your house, guys. This message came with a sense of urgency. Okay, so whatever it is, if you find yourself in one of these 8 situations and you consider yourself chosen and you've been waiting to make that move, you've been waiting, you've been praying, you've been fasting, you've been meditating, you've been scripting, you've been affirming, whatever it is, guys, you've been doing all that background work, right? You've been doing all that work in the background, right? But yet you can't see the move forward, right? You can't see him to move forward. Right? You don't know what else you need to do. You feel stuck. You feel stagnant. You feel like something is holding you back. Guys, most of the time, it's you holding you back. Huh? It's you holding yourself back. So if you find yourself in one of these 8 situations, guys, please and please begin taking steps to get out of it. All right? Begin taking steps to put yourself in a better position. Begin taking steps to put yourself in a position where God can bless you, because as the message said, guys, God is ready to bless you. But in order for him to do that, you're going to have to drop the dead weight. I'll leave this here, guys. I hope I made it clear enough. If you find value in this, then share your experiences and your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're new here, then by all means stick around, because there should be another video or playlist popping up around my head here. Until next time, chosen ones, drop the dead weight. God wants to elevate you. All right? And this is an urgent message for the chosen ones. I'll leave this one here, guys. Peace, love, and more life.